just want to go through some of the scheduling of medications that we have here in Australia. Every state has their own little rules, but they're all essentially very similar. Scheduling obviously goes through 1 through to 10, and essentially it's a poison schedule. So Schedule 1 is obviously open sellers or vacant. Now they are very simple things like, say, Mylanta, small quantities of paracetamol. Now you can pick those up obviously in a supermarket or a petrol station or on eBay, so there's not too many restrictions with those types. Now Schedule 2 is our pharmacy medicines. Now pharmacy medicines are a little bit more things like Zantac. Now we've got to be a little bit more careful with some of these medications, e.g. quantities taken, e.g. medical conditions can start to play a problem, other medicines can play with them as well. After Schedule 2 we obviously go to Schedule 3. Now they become pharmacist only medications. Now in certain states they have to be labelled by a pharmacist. And in most states you have to be able to talk to a pharmacist, or the pharmacist has to hand them to you to be able to actually talk to you about them. Now we start to have advertising restrictions on Schedule 3 medications in Australia. We can't openly state what they do or what they are for. Obviously there is always exemptions to these rules, such as Nexium. Now I can stand here and hold this box and tell you that Nexium is good for reflux or GORD, and it'll help settle your stomach down for that burning acid feeling. But there are other medications in that category that we can't talk about and advertise or promote because of those restrictions. Now after that we go to Schedule 4. Now Schedule 4 obviously we can't advertise at all in this country. There are restrictions in and around that. There are some sneaky advertising where you can talk about conditions, such as saying that if you've got an upset tummy or you're getting that burning sensation, pop along and see your doctor. Now next, between Schedule 5, 6 and 7, we don't really deal with them obviously in pharmacy. They're about domestic poisons, industrial, agricultural poisons and special poisons, and it mainly falls into the fact that you've got to label them in certain ways, have first aid warnings, etc. on them. After that we go to Schedule 8, which are restricted or drugs of addiction. Now they're obviously very heavy drugs that have a lot of restrictions in and around them. Now we obviously can't advertise them or talk about them really at all. After that, 9 and 10 become prohibited drugs and or dangerous drugs. So I thought that would hopefully be helpful for some people to understand the different types of scheduling we have. So you may never see advertisements for medications that fall into that S3 or pharmacist only category, and there's a lot of different things that we can treat, from skin conditions to thrush to migraine, conjunctivitis, cold sores, travel sickness, insomnia, pain, heartburn and even hemorrhoids, plus many more things. So pop down to your local pharmacy and talk to your pharmacist, and you might be able to get a treatment without actually having to visit your doctor.